What's up, YouTube interwebs? It's Psycho. And I'm coming to you today to tell you that you are going to hell. That's right, you're going to hell. And I'm not passing judgment, I'm telling you the honest facts. This is the next installment of misconceptions, mistranslations, and miscommunications and contradictions of the Holy Bible. Anyway, like I said, you're going to hell. And to back this up, you've probably heard Baptist teachers, when I say Baptist, I mean Baptist churches, because they're the ones that mostly promote this, that when Jesus died, he went into the belly of the earth and fought Satan for the keys to the kingdom of heaven. But that's not necessarily the case. If you think about Jesus dying and going to hell or the abyss or the belly of the earth, which is where you've all been taught that hell is, correct? The belly of the earth. Because Jesus died, went into the belly of the earth. And the story says that he went to the belly of the earth and fought the beast who has been kicked out of heaven into the abyss, which is hell, the belly of the earth, and fought Satan for the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Well, first of all, let me tell you, that story is false. Jesus didn't even throw Satan out of heaven until after his resurrection, which is another video. But anyway, we're here to talk about hell and why you're going there, and why people say Jesus went there. All right, there's a couple words that you've probably heard in the Bible. 1, Hades. 2, hell. 3, Gehenna. 4, Sheol. And 5, the lake of fire. Now, all of these words are words for hell, where you go after you die if you've been a sinner and are going to be punished and tormented for the rest of your life. Now, I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, when you die and go to hell, which you're going to go to, you're not going to be tortured for the rest of your life. Because, let me tell you this, the word Sheol, the word Hades, all mean hell. So Sheol, Hades, and hell are synonymous. Now, what is hell? The lake of fire, right? And Gehenna, right? So we've got hell, Hades, Gehenna, lake of fire, and Sheol. All these are in the Bible. Now, when we talk about these words, we have to look at the real translation of these words, not the stories you've been taught about these words. So first off, the word Sheol and Hades, which are hell, so those three words, Sheol, Hades, and hell, are translated in Hebrew and Latin as the abode of the dead, the common grave, and hell. You see what I'm saying here? Sheol and Hades are the abode of the dead, the common grave. So when I say you're going to hell, I literally mean it. Get out. My dog wants to come up here and get in the hell story. Isn't she beautiful? That's Lacey. She's my long-haired chihuahua. But anyway, you're going to die. Every one of us are going to die, and every one of us are going to go to hell. Because what is hell? The grave. The common grave. Hades is the abode of the dead, or the common grave, where the dead go. Hell is the same thing. Now, the lake of fire. The lake of fire was a place called Gehenna. And right outside of the old Jerusalem, there was a place called Gehenna. And that's where people that worship Baal, or Baalites, would go and sacrifice their children by burning them to death. That's why you hear, we're all God's children, so they refer to us as going to, if you're bad, being cast into the lake of fire. And of course, the story goes we're tormented forever and ever, but you don't read that in the Bible. The Bible says you will be cast into the lake of fire. You'll either go to hell, Hades, or Sheol, which are the grave, or you'll be cast into the lake of fire. Now, these Baalites and people that sacrifice their children to Baal threw them into a lake of fire or burned them to death in Gehenna, which comes the lake of fire. And then eventually that turned into this little town outside of Jerusalem called Gehenna. It became a trash dump where people would go and throw the trash. And if people died of serious illnesses, like, they didn't have Ebola back then, but something like that, they would throw them into the lake of fire. And why would they throw them into a lake of fire? Same reason we burn bodies still to this day in other countries that have some kind of serious illness that could be spread really fast. So basically what I'm asking you is this. If you die and go to the grave, are you being tormented forever? Because that's what hell, Hades, and Sheol is. No, you're just dead. If you get cast into a lake of fire, are you being tormented forever? No. You're being burned up. And what happens to this paper when it burns up? It goes away. And it goes away fast. And it goes up in smoke and ashes. So that's what happens when you get thrown into the lake of fire or Gehenna. And if you go to hell, Hades, or Sheol, you go to the common grave. And Jesus went to hell. Now, if you don't understand this, look into Revelations when it talks about the resurrection. And it says, when we die, we will be judged. Doesn't say we'll be judged the minute we die. It literally says at one point, the earth will give up all of its dead, and Satan will be cast into the abyss, or a suspended animation, or hell, for 1,000 years. And we will learn what's right from wrong 100% from Moses, God, all our dead ancestors, Jesus. And after 1,000 years, Satan will be released to tempt us one more time. And if we fall for the temptation, then we die a second death. So basically what I'm telling you is when we die, we're going to go to hell. Then we might, if we're lucky, be resurrected. And if we're tempted again, we're going to go to hell again, because we will die the second death.